Jaxon Smith-Njigba has agreed to a new deal with the Seattle Seahawks, a 4-year, $168.6 million contract extension that will make him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. Jaxon Smith-Njigba is 24. He is already a fantastic player. He was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year last year. He's won a Super Bowl. I'm guessing that he will come up for another big-time payday in a couple of years as well, before probably age 27. You know, they'll extend before this contract is up. But Jaxon Smith-Njigba is on the path to one day be a Hall of Fame level wide receiver and one of the best wide receivers we've ever seen, just after a couple of short years where he clearly, not only does he catch everything that's thrown near him, but his route running is what really stood apart this past season. And I think the TV broadcasts acknowledging his route running and pointing out the difference between his ability to turn his hips and to change direction on a dime compared to other wide receivers, I think was a really good thing that I think all of us who watch football got to see in this past football season. But a record deal, the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history today, Jaxon Smith-Njigba with the Seahawks.
Yeah, first team All-Pro this year. He led the league in yards during the regular season. He had 10 touchdowns, and then during the postseason, he had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 catches in 3 postseason games, and obviously one of them in the most important postseason game being the Super Bowl. So obviously this is huge for the Seahawks. This is huge for Sam Darnold, importantly, because he gets his wide receiver locked up through, this goes through 2031. So he'll be a Seahawk through 2031. And like you said, you presume that eventually, once this deal, they'll extend him at some point. But this also is a huge deal for Puka Nacua, because Puka Nacua is entering the final year of his deal with the Rams. And I highly doubt that the Rams want him to hit free agency at the end of the 2026 season. And Puka Nacua led the league in receptions last year. He was tied with Jaxon Smith-Njigba for plays and receptions over 20 yards. He is a great wide receiver, as well as Jaxon Smith-Njigba is. And if you go by Pro Football Focus, he is graded, Puka Nacua, as the number 1 player in the NFL. So not only does this reset the market for wide receivers, but you have another wide receiver who is probably going to reset the market again when he gets his deal, because Puka Nacua and his agent are looking up at this deal and saying, okay, well, price just went up because I want to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league, because I'm just as valuable, if not more valuable, to my team as Jaxon Smith-Njigba is to the Seattle Seahawks. Because if you want me around past this year, after Matthew Stafford retires and you whatever you want to do with your next quarterback situation, you got to pay me like I'm more valuable than Jaxon Smith-Njigba.
Well, who is? I think you could argue they're both 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
1A, 1B as the two best in the NFL. I could certainly see that. I do think when you look at the way Seattle has built their team and built their offense, it does feel a bit backwards, because usually the record-setting deal goes to the quarterback. The Seahawks are able to win without that taking place, which then allows them to pay for the wide receiver and defensive stars and to kind of build up the team differently. And if I'm a Seahawks fan today, I'm A-okay with Sam Darnold. Like, this is not I'm desperately worried about the future and how Sam will eventually develop or not develop, or like the fact that they have a guy like Sam Darnold who you can win with while also not making absolute top dollar as a quarterback in the NFL, I think is kind of like a cheat code.
Yeah.
For the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, he had a chance.
But not every team can do that. Like, that's the thing.
Well, he had a chance. He played out of his mind in the NFC Championship game, right? Like, he put on a show and played the game of his life in the NFC Championship game. And if he would have turned around and replicated that in the Super Bowl, you would have turned around and said, okay, great. Like, it is time to go to Sam Darnold. And people were even talking about it. When we were broadcasting from the Super Bowl, people were saying, hey, if Sam Darnold goes out there and lights up this New England Patriots defense and throws the way he did against the Rams. Now, we know the secret about the Rams is you can throw on them, and that's exactly why they went out and traded with the Kansas City Chiefs for cornerback Trent McDuffie and extended him. This is why they did that. Now, the reason that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl is because of Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker, who they let walk, pun intended, and signed with another team. And he didn't perform that way, which is why when their GM was asked about it, he was like, why? He's got a few years left on his deal. Why would we rework his deal now when we have to go to Jaxon Smith-Njigba and give him a record-setting deal, and we have to talk to other players and give them deals and extend our other players? Our quarterback has 3 years left on his deal. Why would we just signed him. We literally just signed him this year. Why would we approach him and give him a new contract now when we have to build an entire team now to continue this run when we have this window open?
Well, the reason I brought that up also is you mentioned Puka Nacua. The Rams situation's a little different, right? They're going to give a big contract to Puka Nacua, and their quarterback situation, you kind of don't know. Stafford's going to be back next season, but is it just 1 year? Is it 2?
Is he?
Is he coming back this year?
Well, he's going to come back this year. He's going to play this year.
But my point is, like, Seattle can kind of go into the future knowing that Sam Darnold's their quarterback. The Rams don't really know what the future is, and you're about to pay a wide receiver top of the market dollars when you may not know what your quarterback situation is, which then throws it all into flux. The reason it works with Seattle is they know. They've got their guy. They're kind of set. So that's the news today in the NFL. Jaxon Smith-Njigba signs a new deal with the Seattle Seahawks. The deal will average $42.1.5 million per year, and it will include $120 million guaranteed. So it's the record for a wide receiver, $120 million guaranteed. Other news in the NFL, I want you to explain this to me, and you can join us on the call or text line at 310-840-4910. There was a flag football thing this weekend. I loosely saw some stuff about it. Is this the Tom Brady thing that was supposed to take place overseas?
Yes, this was the Tom Brady flag football league that was supposed to take place in Saudi Arabia. For reasons, it had to take place in LA.
For reasons?
For reasons.
Okay. Concerns, safety concerns is why they moved it?
Safety concerns
Got it.
is why they moved it.
So they're in LA.
And it was in LA, and that's probably why it was recently moved to LA, which is there was like nobody there in the stands.
Oh, that's why?
Well, I mean there were a lot of stars there. Like, you could have gone to see like a bunch of NFL players and former NFL players play flag football. And like Tom Brady still got it.
Oh, he played.
He played.
Okay, so maybe I missed all of this.
Yeah.
And I'll blame myself.
You did. What were you doing? Watching basketball? What are you doing?
Yeah, a little golf, but yeah, basketball.
Okay, yeah.
But you and I, we talk about sports each and every day.
Yes.
This great network and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. At no point when I heard the promotion of a Tom Brady flag football Saudi league thing, I never knew. Did you know that active NFL stars are taking place in this?
Yes.
How is that allowed?
Well,
what do you mean, well?
Well, it's their offseason. They can do whatever they want to. NBA players play basketball in the offseason, don't they?
Basketball is different than football.
I understand
Football players get injured.
I understand that, but this is flag football.
And if your quarterback gets hurt, it's flag football. I saw some of the highlights. Joe Burrow's running like he's actually out there cutting and doing things.
The only reason
Everyone pray for the ACLs of Joe Burrow in this flag football nonsense.
The only reason I know that this took place is because I saw Bengals Twitter in an uproar, also pun intended, because Joe Burrow was cutting and spinning and trying to out-juke players, and his ACLs were going through it. And you're right. And he was taking hit. This is a flag football game, and the dude was taking hits.
Wait, so you knew that the stars of today's NFL, not like has-beens, like I thought.
Yes.
And
there were a few stars in, like, I know, like, Jalen Hurts was going to play in it.
I understand if Brady's going to participate, I got it. But I thought it was going to be like Brady and like Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And like Terrell Owens, like old players,
Yeah.
players who are no longer playing. So active NFL, how are the NFL teams allowing this?
That's the question. That's why Bengals Twitter was in a tizzy, because they were upset that, like, Joe Burrow was out here
I totally understand.
with his
I agree.
tiny ACLs running out here, taking hits, while Jaden Daniels is out here playing.
Jaden Daniels played in this?
I saw something. I didn't see video of Jaden Daniels out there, but I know he was out there. And Jalen Hurts was out there.
Put bubble wrap around him.
Dude, what you and I are Bears fans broadcasting out of the great city of Chicago.
If Caleb Williams was participating,
I'd be so mad.
I'd be
upset. So mad right now.
Yes.
I would be so mad right now.
Now, I know a lot of this is these NFL players want to participate now because they have the hope that they will be included in the Olympic team when this turns into an Olympic event.
I don't care about the Olympics. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl.
At the Los Angeles Olympics. So the point is, and I understand you're trying to win a Super Bowl, but you mentioned Caleb Williams. He has been on the record saying he wants to be in the Olympics.
Okay, good for him.
Okay, so here's the other thing that I saw online, and I didn't watch it because I have a life. Well, there's other great sports on this weekend. I didn't need flag football. Are you kidding me? What a stupid idea. Explain this to me. For those who are participating, I saw a lot of chatter online suggesting that the non-NFL flag football playing players were actually outplaying the NFL players.
Yeah, they didn't. Because they're actually good at this.
They're like better at the flag football.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm watching Jaden Daniels. He threw a touchdown pass to Odell Beckham Jr., and OBJ he made the catch. Like, he made the OBJ catch. Catching a pass from Jaden Daniels.
What do you mean he made the OBJ
like,
catch?
you know, that, like, he did his signature catch.
So this is scripted? It's like wrestling?
No. Like,
what do you mean that he just did
watch the play. Watch him.
It's just a one-handed snap.
Yeah, he made his one-handed. Yeah, but, like, that's his thing. That's his, like, if he had like a finisher move, like, that's his thing. See, he just did it.
Oh, did people really watch this weekend?
I don't think so. I mean, it was on Fox. It was on there.
And I saw the empty stands. There was no one there.
Yeah, there was nobody there. It was in like a soccer stadium, and obviously it was supposed to be somewhere else, but it was here for reasons. And nobody went. You could have sat for reasons. You could have sat anywhere you wanted to. And like there were like internet people there playing as well.
Internet? What does that mean?
Like that speed guy was there.
Oh, the like YouTube stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
We really sound old.
I know we
saying
do.
That.
I know we do. I know what we sound like.
There were internet people there.
I know what we sound like. I don't care. I know what we sound like. I don't want to know.
Was Drewski there?
I don't know.
That's how you know you have a festival of characters.
I feel like that's how
event.
I feel like that's how you know that if he's commentating on it, that's how you know that it's not a good thing anymore.
It's Bleck Abdalla, sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Yeah, the flag football. I did not watch it. And if I were a fan of a team where your quarterback's out there cutting, diving, running against others and like trying to compete, I would be furious. If I was a Cincinnati Bengal fan today, I would be so upset. If I'm an Eagles fan today, you said Jalen Hurts was out there?
Jalen Hurts was there.
I would be upset.
But I remember that was the
insane.
thing. When the NFL players said that they wanted to compete in the Olympics when this was added, like the people that are in, the athletes that are in the actual flag football league were like, you guys know we're like actually good at this. Like you can't just come in and say because you play in the NFL that you can just come in and do this.
Well, that's the same argument for those who participate in the Summer Olympics for basketball for 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Like, are you aware that like Jimmer Fredette is like our best 3-on-3 player we've ever had?
Yes.
And he's like won multiple medals and like he's incredible. But like, we're not rolling out there with Durant, Harden, and Russ.
No,
You
here's
know,
how.
like we're not.
Here's how I would.
Putting together a 3-pack
here's
of
how
Kate Cunningham and
No, here's how I would.
and others.
I would, and no disrespect to the flag football players out there, but this would be like if they added Guitar Hero and Slash wanted to come in and try to play Guitar Hero. Like, he doesn't know how to play Guitar Hero. He's one of the best guitar players in the world, but hand him a Guitar Hero and the man doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Apparently some did, and they had thoughts. I'm surprised that NFL players are playing in this. It's Bleck Abdalla here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app.